The one and only Michael.
You always forgive me for all the things that I ever done. And you've been by my side through the struggles and the fears I had, even the darkest one. And every time I touch your eye, I feel like I'm just holding back because my heart's so sad. It don't matter what we did, you the wife of my life and the mother of my kids. If you saw the wind, the moon, the rain, and the mountain, I'll give you the world and all that you wish for. And even more, girl, I love you more than you could know. Yeah, so I have an uncle, and I'm gonna say it the correct way. I have a second generation uncle, which would be, your great uncle. And my immediate family from my grandmother on down was raised in College Park, as y'all know, however. But the 90% of my family was born and raised down in Palmetto, Georgia. And this great uncle I have, he was down now. This great uncle is the youngest of my granddaddy's siblings, because I know that he's even younger than my mama. You know what I'm saying? So he was like the last child. Well, he's the youngest of everybody, actually. And at one point in time, he moved up to College Park Projects where we were. And he was, of course, addicted to crack, and, that whole crack era was happening when he moved up to College Park Projects, with his wife and stuff. And my little cousin, she was a baby at the time, you know what I'm saying? But, of course, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, he's addicted to crack at that time real heavy. So, he's considered his, a crackhead, like anybody else that's smoking crack out there, you know what I'm saying? And he always worked, you know what I'm saying? He, a hustler by nature, my family. He always worked, and, pressure washing and things like that what made big money. So, his checks, back in them days, we talking about, 20 years ago or so, his checks, you know what I'm saying, $3,500, $2,500, $4,500 checks. And, like I say, he was addicted to crack. He had that disease. So he was one of those crackheads that sit down and smoke 50 to 100 rocks, all in a 24-hour period time. You know what I'm saying? So, and he had money, and he made money. So you think about a crackhead who makes a lot of money and has a lot of money regularly, meaning like every week he getting paid thousands of dollars. So he's spending, heavy money. You know what I'm saying? And it was times like, they just say during the week, after he done paid his bills and been on his crack binging, he would credit crack, from people. And the dope guys, and mostly it was in the old apartment, the flatbed. What's so tall? My flatbed partners out there, the old apartment. And that's when my uncles moved there into the old apartment, the projects of College Park. And the dealers down now, he would credit from them. And them knowing how big of a spender he was when he did get paid, they allowed him to get anywhere between $200 to $600 on credit. And think about it, these are dimes of crack that he's, smoking up and he's credited. It ain't no 50 slabs and $100 slabs and all that so popular right now in College Park. You had to go to the A. You had to go to Atlanta to get them 50 slabs. My homie Deck them in Decatur can't get no lower. Ice Ski, all them homies back then, you know what I'm saying, Deck them. All them homies back then had them 50 slab, 100 slabs, you couldn't $200 off of 50 slab, $300 off 50 slab coming from Decatur. And this real talk. Don't let me get these boys on here and tell you about them past. Because they came down to College Park and we was buying them from. But it wasn't no 50 slabs and all that going on, at the time. And during this time, too, a drug dealer ain't trying to sell you a 50 slab for $50 when he can break it down and have 12 sacks out of that 50 and make 120. You know what I'm saying? A hustler. So he was mostly getting dimes, like, go to the dope house or go to the dudes on the corner and be like, hey man, the day Tuesday, man, I be big check Friday. Let me get this right here until Friday, and he'll get 5 sacks. Then he'll go back and get 5 more. He'll get 10 this time. He'll get 5 more. He'll get 3. He'll get 10. And before you know it, he owed the guy $480. You know what I'm saying? So my uncle did that during a time, I would say, during the time bills had to be paid. And like, even though he was addicted to crack, he wasn't like the junkies that I was around all my life in College Park. For one, he had a wife, he had a family. Not that they didn't, but just saying he had a steady family. And she didn't play about the bills. You know what I'm saying? She gonna get her money out of it and leave him with whatever and pay her bills and do that and whatever the baby needs, my little cousin, and things of that nature right there. So this was during one of them times, like I say, he had no paid bills. He low on cash. He don't have no cash. He go credit. And when he get the money, he ended up going to another drug dealer and just buying, crack. But let me get 5 sacks, let me get 10, let me get 2, let me get 4, let me get 8, let me get 3. Instead of going and squashing his debt. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, y'all know how that goes. When Friday comes, now you got 2-3 guys looking for him. You know what I'm saying? He owed him $300. He owed him $150. He owed him $250. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? And now they being at his door. They see him through the window. They see him in there. They tell him they showing threats. They gonna do this to him. They gonna do that to him. They gonna do this to him. And keep in mind, the drug dealers, which is my partners back then in College Park, they don't know who he is. He just a crackhead who they think just moved to College Park projects in an old apartment. But then I get the phone call. He called me. Hey nephew, what going on with your tree? Right there, man, up here on the hill. And I'm on the hilltop. He in College Park projects in the old apartment. He like 3 or 4 minutes from me. You know what I'm saying? 10 minutes walking. And hey man, these dudes at the door, man, they trying to bust in my house, man. They don't bust one of my back windows out, man. The kitchen window, man, and they got my house surrounded, man. I owe them some money and they gonna do this to me, man. I'm like, what? And even though I owe them some money, now you wrong, however. But even though he supposed to pay his debts off, he was wrong for not paying them and going spending the money with the other crack dealer. And now he don't got no money. Now they at his door. He was wrong for all that. But I'm still going to go see about my family. You know what I'm saying? So I go down there, jump in the car, ride down there, see about 2 or 3 homies that I grew up with on his porch. They look back at me as I'm walking up. What going on, Tree? Tree, he owe you some money too? I'm like, nah, bro, this my uncle, homie. They like, what? I'm like, yeah, my uncle, bro. I'm like, yeah, but this my uncle. And like, y'all ain't finna do that to him. Hey, Tree, man, he owe little dick, man. He owe him $150, man. He owe him $250, he owe me $350, man. We need all money. Bro, I'm sorry, bro. I know y'all need y'all money. It was with me, I need my money. I'd probably be in there on their head. But in this case, this is my uncle, man. So y'all can't do nothing to him, bro. Y'all can't do nothing to him. That's real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, they didn't do nothing to him. And I don't even think he ever paid him. I don't think he ever paid him, but I had to go down there and let them know that this is my great uncle. This is my mama's uncle. You see what I'm saying? And what y'all talking about doing it to him, we still run with the same blood, even though he made a mistake. And I have to protect him. I have to protect them. Y'all can't credit him no more. Don't credit him nothing else. Don't give him nothing else. But y'all ain't finna put y'all hands on him because then y'all gonna have to deal with me. And that's straight up. Now, the thing is about this uncle, another thing that they didn't know about was he worked for Tri-City Narcotics. And those of y'all that's not from Georgia or Atlanta, Atlanta have different, we have different type of police squads. Y'all have CSI and all them, and, different little units and stuff. Well, Atlanta had the Red Dogs. Then you had like Decatur, East Pointer, the Black Cats. These were the units that dealt only with drugs and things of that nature. Well, in College Park, we had Tri-City Narcotics. And this narcotic team was different from a lot of others because they was called Tri-Cities. And Tri-Cities in Atlanta right here in the South Side, meaning the different cities. Like we got Tri-City High School. That high school is made up of different people from different cities. And with that being said, Tri-City Narcotics were made up of the same thing. It based out of College Park Police Department. So you would have, we would say, 4, maybe 5 cops that's College Park police officers. But then you'll have 2 Union City. You'll have 2 Fairburn. You'll have 2 from Clayton County, Riverdale. You'll have 2 from Forest Park and 2 from Hateville. Them are the surrounding cities outside of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And they do that because when they go into these different cities, they'll have somebody on their team that's familiar with the area. You know what I'm saying? When people running from it, the woods, the cuts, the back ways, all that stuff like that. And my uncle, he worked for Tri-City Narcotics, which they didn't know that. But then they started finding out as he started knocking their ass off. And when I say he worked for him, man, he worked for him like he wasn't a cop. He was a CI, a classified informant. And he wasn't no person that bust you who said, who got 30 sacks right there on the corner. He dealt with people with weight. You know what I'm saying? He'll go over there and he'll buy an ounce or 2 from you, maybe a quarter key. He'll buy it from you, take it back to the narcotic team. He might break him a little $100 slab off, put it in his sock. Take it back to the narcotic team, shoot him by the grand. They got the evidence, boom, they go in there and bust him. You know what I'm saying? And even the time when I told y'all the story, when I got my mama house busted, he was the one that informed my grandfather, his older brother, to tell your daughter, his niece, that they know Dontrice is selling drugs out that house and they're going to bust him. And when I got that information on Monday, I clinked out my mama's house and stopped selling drugs. Wednesday came, they rolled by and they had this camcorder and they was filming me. And I remember walking up to the cops with the they had the camcorder. And I said, man, y'all would never catch me, man. Record that, homie. And I walked off and, it was so crazy. My partner and them laughing, boy, you crazy. And when I tell you that Friday, that's when they busted my house. With my mama's house. And found the drugs. You know what I'm saying? And shipped us off. I went down the road for that. And, like I told y'all the story before, my mama got in trouble. But for some odd reason, her case mysteriously disappeared, man. You know what I'm saying? But, that's real talk, man. Uncle, Tri-City Narcotics, you better watch out who you know and who you don't know. Thank y'all for tuning in to another great episode of Underground Source TV with your host, TV and film producer, Dontrice Knox, OG Black Boy 3700. Y'all check out my new music playlist on YouTube. Check out my YouTube shop. Subscribe, like, share, and make sure y'all check out my memberships, man. It's going down right here. College Park, stand up. You told me you'll stay here till the day that I die, with a tear in your eye. Oh, you always told me that you leave it and there's no coming back. Girl, I can't take that. told me you were gonna be down for the ride.